Okay, I have this little quilt on the frame. I used a gray uh, flannel for my backing, and I used a gray glide color thread. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. And I've gotten 2 rows done so far. All I'm doing with this one is meander, because it's a fast way to do it, and it's a good way for a kid's quilt. It's going to go through washings and things like that. And so I thought I'd just let you see a little bit of that, and then we'll move on. The one thing I did want to point out that I forgot to mention is that I do this a lot, I quilt vertical rows instead of horizontal rows, because I know how much space I have that I can quilt. So like if I'm just doing a meander or loops or something easy, I'll just I'll pick this area right here and go all the way down. And then when I'm down here, I'll just start working my way back up in the next column. And I'll just keep doing that, up and down, up and down, up and down. And when I get to the end, I've got this whole row finished. I don't have to go backwards or anything. So that works for me. All right, here we go. Okay, so I've got one row down and then one row back up. And in this quilt case, I'm just going by these little blocks. See, there's a column, here's a column, here's a column, because they're stacked up in blocks, so that works pretty well. But you can do it even no matter what. Okay, was there something else I was going to say about this? Maybe I'll think of it in a minute. Alright, so I'm at the top, so I'm just going to come over here and come back down now. The other thing I was going to say is with a meander like this, the main thing you just have to remember is try not to cross over your other lines. Just keep going around. I mean, that's basically what you're doing, is you're meandering. So I just thought of a couple of more things I wanted to say. I'm trying as often as I can to go through the corners of these blocks just to kind of reinforce it. I don't always make it on all of them. So that's one thing. Try to go through the corners where they're attached, where the blocks are attached. The other one is, if you're doing free motion quilting, which I know a lot of people don't do that these days because they have the computerized and all of that, but I use one hand to guide it, and the other hand I just kind of lay on my quilt. I don't know why. It just works that way for me. And then also, don't have a death grip on your handles. Just otherwise your hand will just be killing you by the time you get through. So just kind of relax. Think about just guiding it like you're riding a bicycle. You don't need to grip it real tightly or anything. And if you're doing two-handed, that's fine too, but just easy. Don't grip so that you make yourself all tensed up. That's not good for you. Okay, just a little tip for the new free motion quilters out there, maybe. Now I'm getting close to my edge, and I have my ruler base on here, so I just like the way that feels to have a surface. Plus, if I use my ruler for anything, like to do my sides, it's on there and it's stable. But I do have to take these clamps off when I'm doing this this side over here, the sides that are closest to the clamps. These. The other thing is, I accidentally ran over one of my previous stitches. Am I going to go in there and rip that out? I don't think so. This quilt is for a family member, little great-grandson, like I told you. And I don't do professional quilting. I don't have a long arm quilting business. Once in a while I'll do a quilt for a friend. But they know that I'm human and I can make mistakes, and I don't worry about that. So if it's really something really messed up, like the thread messed up on the back or something, yes, I will stop and pick it out and fix it. I don't want to give anything away that's trashy looking, but for just accidentally running over a line or something, they're not going to notice it once it's washed. And so I'm not going to go to all that effort and all that trouble. All right, we're on the last row of this, the last advance of this row. And then we've got probably 2 or 3 more advances. It's way up off the floor now. So we're making good progress. Pull my thread up, just lower my needle, bring it back up, and then pull it out and trim it. All right, it's time to rock and roll again. Okay, so you can see how far we've come on this. I have not quilted this area yet. I just advanced the quilt. So I've got this row to go, and then probably another whole one, and probably a little bit at the end. But you can see how far it is up off the floor now. So it's going pretty well. I've only been at it for about 45 minutes on the quilting part. So I'll show you this again when we get ready to roll it off, unless I think of something to tell you in between now and then. Okay, teaching moment. See that mess right there? I changed my bobbin, and when I put it back in and started quilting, that's what happened. So I've taken my bobbin out and rechecked everything on all of my threading. But look at that. I can't leave that. I've got to pick that out. But the great thing about that is all I had to do is take these clamps off of the front and toss that up over, and I'll be able to pick it out in just a few minutes and flip it back over here and put the clamps back on it. There's no rolling and unrolling of the backing off of this. That's why I like to float. Alright, let me get that done and we'll be back. Okay, I am down to my last advance. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm going to do about this if you haven't seen me doing this before. But I want you to notice how much batting I have left down here and how much backing I have left. So what's going to happen is when I advance this, it's going to come up to about right here. So I'll have that much left. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to roll this up, and then this will be up here, and I'll just pin the edge of it down, and then I'll put my clamps over this part, which will hold it, and my pins will be about right there. So it should work out fine. I usually try to leave my backings and my batting a little bit longer so that I can do it that way. If it happened that I didn't have enough to do it that way, then I would actually pin this to my, I would pin my backing to the leader here. And then I would do the same thing with the pins on the rest of the top. Okay, so let me get that set up and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So it's set up just like it was before, except the top is not coming under this. Only the backing and the batting are coming under these clamps. But everything is still held very well, and I have this pinned down sort of along the edge here. But I don't think that I'm going to have enough room to get all of this within one fell swoop. I'm going to have a little bit left over because my machine's not going to make it all the way down to this, so I will have to roll it up just a little bit more to get that done, and then I'll show you when I get ready to roll it off. There it is. I'll get it off the frame and get it trimmed up and bound. I've already got the binding cut, and it's the same as this right here. Now let me flip it over and let you see the back with the flannel. It's sort of a variegated gray. It's got lights and darks in it, but you can see the quilting really nicely on the back. It's very soft. Like I said, I wash all my flannel before I use it, just to make it soft and get rid of some of the fuzzies and to keep the shrinkage down also. So there it is. So it'll be waiting to get off and get its binding on, along with two others that I have ready for that. That's the part that I don't relish doing, is the binding. And I don't do hand binding. So anyway, it'll be fine. I'll get this one done. I've got, like I said, I've got like 3 of these that need to be finished up, and then I can mark them off of my list for 2026. All right, y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you the next time that I think I can get a video put out. Simply Quilting, Nancy Sanders. God bless y'all.